Who are the way showers that transform, navigating, and inspiring empowerment for going beyond where we are to advance ourselves and build into the next paradigm? How do we look at history differently for inspiration and activating our potential? As we transform our view of who we are and what we are capable of, it empowers us to look at people who are nearly forgotten by the distortions of the portrayal of history. As we progress, looking at people who have helped to transform pain instead of passing it on is significant. The two influential directions coming together at this time are the rise of looking at heightened states of consciousness from intuition, out-of-body experiences, near-death experiences, nighttime dreams, and other phenomenal and experiences, and the blossoming interest in understanding our potential for healing beyond the Western model. Knowing we are greater than we are aware of leads us to discover those who have been the way showers. Several years ago, I was on a trip to New Mexico with my husband and some friends. The friends were introducing us to some remote hot springs in New Mexico. This small community was once called Hot Springs because of the more than 10 locations in the tiny town where the hot spring water is available for bathing. The town's recognition was so extensive in the 1920s, 30s, and 40s, motorists flocked there because it was a mecca for the healing waters. Hot Springs changed its name in 1950 to Truth or Consequences and is still far from anywhere. However, now the closest area of interest is the 18,000-acre Spaceport America, just 20 miles south of Truth or Consequences. Spaceport is the vision of the tenants Richard Branson of Virgin Galactic, Elon Musk of SpaceX, a few other places. However, you will never see signs of the spaceport on the way in or out of Truth or Consequences. All you will see is the beautiful flowing landscape of the Rio Grande River carving its way through the desert. After our first incredible bath in the hot springs right on the Rio Grande, my friend mentioned the building and plaque dedicated to a woman when the town was more prosperous from the 1940s. Magnolia Ellen Yoakum Ellis was a prominent healer that led me to want to learn more about who she was, especially since I've never heard of a woman healer with their name on a building. Magnolia Ellis was a Cherokee, Native American, and First Nation woman who lived from 1893 to 1974. She was different as a child and made prophecies that came true from as early as age 8 years old. Unlike some healers who have a galvanizing experience that changes their life direction, Magnolia Ellis had a steady path towards her life's work and also took courses in anatomy and physiology, as well as studied medicine for several years before moving to what was then Hot Springs. Magnolia Ellis opened her healing office in 1937 because people were already familiar with the then Hot Springs as a healing destination. Magnolia Ellis's name brought notoriety to the town of Truth or Consequences, and she opened 6 treatment rooms, seeing more than 100 people a day. Today in America, it's challenging to consider a woman with no official training for any kind of healing or business background to be so widely accepted. She was a friend to the then governor, and doctors also consulted with her on some of their patients. And her passion for healing included never turning anyone away. In Magnolia Ellis's day, people called her healing ability faith healing or magnetic healing. terms from the 1940 era and before, although Magnolia Ellis claimed neither of these terms. Today, the words have different meanings. A magnetic healer of that time is a person who could tap into the electromagnetic field of the person, their patient, and redistribute the areas where there was little flow of energy as an energy block or too much energy flowing. However, Magnolia's hands would heat up and the patient could feel the heat. Her patients also reported noticing electricity coming from her hands. Today, we call this energy electromagnetic energy, that is, energy emitting from a person's hands in a focused manner. Information on Magnolia Ellis is from the book 50 Plus Kinds of Intuition, with a chapter dedicated to healers. Today, people who are now sharing their out-of-body experiences, near-death experiences, heightened awareness through meditations, experiencing phenomena and nighttime dreams, and other practices, share how they have changed. Especially people with near-death experiences are often inclined to healing work. Their view of the world, that is, what happens after they have gone through the near-death experience, often gives them a passion for helping people in ways they did not even consider before their near-death experience. A woman who shares many of the same way she conducts healing, like Magnolia Ellis, and who became well known after her healing work on Martin Scorsese, the producer, director, biographer, is Edna Mae Harper McCauley. Edna Mae McCauley was born in Iowa and went to work in California. After her marriage, she was in a car accident with her husband that resulted in her near-death experience in the 1970s. Through her recovery from her accident, she discovered her ability to heal other people. This fervor for healing by Magnolia Ellis and Edna McCauley, and their intuition of how to apply their abilities to get results, is remarkable. How does this kind of healing energy that Magnolia Ellis and Edna McCauley work, and how did they even know how to use it and apply it? As a teacher of advanced healing work, it's helpful for the recipient, who is the patient, as well as the healer or student of healing, to understand the process. The energy they are tapping into is universal energy that is sent through the body. The body is a conduit, and the energy never generates from the physical body. As authentic healers, Magnolia Ellis and Edna McCauley unknowingly or consciously understood a group of tenets that have longevity for their healing work, that brings people back because they sense the level of which they are receiving healing treatments. These tools that create longevity are an intuitive knowledge base that includes the following: where to place the hands, where to send energy into and through the specific systems and layers of the physical, mental, emotional, and etheric body. 3, how much and how long to send the energy or illness within the physical body and etheric body. Emotions surrounding the illness or discomfort which may be unknown to the client or patient, and the ability to allow the patient to get as much of the healing as is possible for that person. This means there's no energy pushing into the recipient, the patient, or an ego that insists the person heals. The healing process is one of allowing and being highly attuned enough to connect to the energy without self-contamination of the healer or having an agenda that they have to heal. And number 6, in some cases, intuition about the situation that caused the illness or discomfort or accident, and additional intuitive information on behalf of their client or patient about relationships surrounding the issues of concern and unresolved issues, sacred agreements, which can be from the past life and other life experiences, generational issues, potential DNA, the atomic structure and subatomic structure, ancient or recent historical information. Healers also create a safe environment for healing that allows the patient to fully receive the sessions or session. They set aside their personal issues. They ascertain where healing needs to take place, which may not be where the patient says their discomfort originates. And they also determine the length of time needed to accomplish the healing. They harness, refine, and contain energy. And what this means is it includes not using energy that is too weak, diffuse, or strong. While weak or diffuse energy is ineffective, the energy that is too strong overwhelms the system and can, and often does, interfere with healing, or worse, cause damage. When energy is too strong, another option is for the person, the patient, to reject the application, making the receptivity diminish or become extinct. Another tenet of healing is also precision, while directing energy smoothly and evenly into different locations. This means exercising consistency and control over conducting the energy, and includes what not to do to overwhelm the system of the person, which is different from person to person. And there is an engagement with the patient in their process, so they don't become dependent upon the healer, but a responsible participant. So this often means giving the patient tools so they can continue the new ways of being in their life. Healing practitioners who use their energy will become depleted and can contaminate themselves and their clients or patients. Maintaining a clear energy field and space in which they work is part of the authentic energy healers, medicine people, and shamans' ethics. Using ethics provides the energy healers, medicine person, or shamans regeneration rather than becoming contaminated, carrying, taking on, or internalizing issues from their clients or patients, resulting in depletion. It's important for all following patients or clients to be clear of the residue from the previous patients or clients in order not to compound their issues. This contamination is similar to when a medical doctor does not wash their hands after seeing a patient and then sees another patient and transfers a disease like MRSA to the following patient, or not having a clean room for the patient to come into. Therefore, for optimum benefits and outcomes for the client or patient and the practitioner's, methods to create a clear energy environment are ethically required. Some of the healing information in this video is from the book 50 Plus Kinds of Intuition, available at twi.educationbooks. To learn to become a healer, the Advanced Healers Program is for people awakening, spiritual development, medical and mental health professionals, and all therapists for working with people and animals. The Advanced Healers Program is not a Reiki program, but many Reiki masters and practitioners take this program. This in-depth program gives you tools for managing and raising your energy for healing work, for your space you work in, emergency energy tools, and working with others, and much more. The program is designed to accelerate inner learning and advancement for each person with knowledge and wisdom. Learn profound methods for elevating your practice that expand and deepen your work. This group is for people ready for the next level. To get more details, go to the Advanced Healers Program under Events at twi.education. As a mystic and spiritual teacher, my experiences, studies, writings, and teachings are the result of traversing different states of heightened awareness, integration, going deeper, and healing. I've heard many people say they thought they were crazy, or their abilities were not like others, not enough, or they thought acknowledging their abilities would disrupt their lives and family. Discover how you can notice, understand, go deeper, support your own and other people's mystical and heightened experiences. We need people with insights and understanding, expressing their knowing for shifting the paradigm. Sign up now for the Full Circle program available at twi.education, Full Circle, under the Full Circle tab. The next video in this series focuses on particular people and women with remarkable mystical abilities who changed history. Thanks for listening from Dr. Susan Sophia James and Transformational Wisdom Institute at twi.education, and please subscribe.